Well, hi! So we've got welcome to the second part of Why Did You Pick Your Partner? There we go. If you haven't seen the first part, then go back and watch last week's video. First of all, I just want to say thank you very much to everybody that watched the video, obviously, shares the videos, thanks for new followers on Twitter. So yeah, brilliant. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Okay, so that my hair. Anyway, so last week we was going on about why do you pick the partner that you're with, and it all comes down to validation. And why do we need that validation? Okay, so we need that validation if you've come from a family where you've not been recognised as a child for stuff that you've done. And like I was saying in my story last week, due to my parents working super long hours and having their own businesses and stuff like that, when I was little, I didn't get validated for what I did. So in the end, I just stopped telling them stuff. Stopped telling them what I was doing. So where does that leave us? And where does that leave you? Now at the end of it, at the end of last week's video, I asked you to look back at your relationships and see if you could spot where you were looking for validation and the partners that you've picked along the way. So why do we pick these partners? Okay, so our brains from the age of 0 to 6, well, some say 0 to 6, some say 0 to 8. So if we stick with 0 to 6, okay, our brain's like sponges, and our subconscious is constantly in survival mode. So if you've been brought up in a home where the parents are alcoholics, for example, your subconscious will be in survival mode, and it will automatically do things, or you will automatically do things to survive. So for example, a child that's been smacked, okay, that child will automatically do something to avoid being smacked. So our subconscious, when we're younger, are like sponges, but our subconscious never forget anything. So what happens is, let's say you are the son or daughter of an alcoholic or two alcoholic parents. What you will automatically do is you will lead your life around a survival mode. So you won't do certain things because you know that action will get a reaction from either both your parents or one of your parents. But you take that with you into later life. So still you're looking for validation. That's all we want when we're kids, is validation from our parents. So as you get older, when you get to like 14, you start getting your mates at school and stuff like that, you will find that you are looking for validation with them as well. So you may find that to get the validation, you do things that you wouldn't normally do, but your subconscious is kicking in saying, well, hang on a minute, if we do this, we'll get validation for it. Now this is where I think back to the news recently with the terror attacks. Now this is what the terror guys prey on. They look for individuals. It's not just the terror guys. This is how gangs work over here in the UK and in the United States. They look for individuals that are looking for validation. So they will take them under their wing. Oh, come here. We will support you. We will love you. As long as you follow this ideology, or as long as you do this certain thing to get into a gang. So this is what happens with normal people like me and like you, okay, we look for validation from friends, we look for validation from our partners. But what happens is it leaves us wide open for, and we end up in relationships that are not healthy for us. Our subconscious mind is telling us, yes, this is what we should be doing because this is what we need to survive, this is what we need to do to get validation. But we end up in relationships with narcissists, we end up in relationships with alcoholics, we end up in abusive relationships, physically and mentally. And like I said, this isn't good for us, because what happens is, if you say you're looking for validation and a narcissist comes along, now a narcissist will absolutely bombard you with admiration and praise and everything else for the first 3 to 6 months of a relationship. And you will feel absolutely awesome. You're finally getting the validation that you have been desperately looking for. 6 months into a relationship, then that validation stops. The praise stops. And then what happens is they call it gaslighting. Now, it's a totally different subject. It's completely off the wall. Gaslighting is, let's say you're in a relationship with a narcissist and you're at home and they're going out to work. And as they're going out to work, say, oh, see you later, have a good day, I'll see you at 5. Okay, so 5 o'clock comes, you're running around the house, getting the house clean and tidy, and the dinner's ready and everything else. What happens is the narcissist will come home at 7 o'clock. And when the narcissist comes through the door, you turn around and say, I thought you said 5 o'clock. You told me you were coming home at 5 o'clock. No. You must be mistaken. You mentioned 5 o'clock. I never said a time. Or I said I'd be home at 7. And this is called gaslighting. Starts off very small. It can be really weird things like you come home, you put the car keys on the table where you always put them. Then the narcissist will say to you, oh, I need the car. Where's the car keys? They're on the table where I always put them. No, they're not. And you'll go to the table and the keys won't be there. And you'll be sure that you put them on there. And then you'll start retracing steps. Well, I came in, I went to the kitchen, I put the keys on the table, and the next thing you know, the narcissist, I found them, it's alright, they're here. Well, where were they? Well, they weren't on that table, they were on the table in the dining room. You must have gone in the dining room. And then you start saying, oh, yeah, maybe I did. Oh, I don't know. Okay, fine. That's what I mean by it starts off small. Then it progresses and progresses and progresses and gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And while you're constantly doing things for validation, you're not doing them on purpose. This is your subconscious again. It's your subconscious, right? I'll clean the bathrooms, I'll do this, I'll do that when they come home, they'll be really chuffed and I'll get my validation. You don't consciously think that, but you do that. You wash the pots. You know, you'll do things subconsciously when, like I said, not consciously doing them. You'll subconsciously do them because you're subconsciously looking for validation, which, again, goes towards your survival. So there you go. So that's what it is. I'll do more on narcissism next week and what to do if you are with a narcissist now, how to spot a narcissist and how to get away from a narcissist. Narcissists aren't born narcissists. Narcissists are basically made, and they are probably you have 3: narcissists, psychopaths and sociopaths. And out of the 3, I'd probably say narcissists are the most evil because you have no idea where you stand. You don't know whether you're up, down, left or right. and when you've been through that, which I have, it's an awful, awful situation to be in. Thankfully, I'm out of that now, and I've got an amazing partner, and we get married in 6 weeks. Yay! Can't wait. Right, so there you go, guys. That's it for this week. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to share the videos. Oops. Don't forget to share the videos. Earthquake. Leave a comment underneath. You should be practicing the art of Fuseboo. If you're not, why not? Go to the website. Like the website. It's theartoffuseboo.com. Follow me on Twitter at Fuseboo. Find me on Facebook. Facebook.com/Fuseboo. And yeah, this week I'm in my kids' rooms with the bunk beds and the Iron Man pictures and everything else. So just finished for the day. It was absolutely brilliant. I saw a great article the other day, and I love Iron Man and superheroes and stuff like that. So what I want you to do tomorrow morning when you wake up, before you do your first practice from the Art of Fuseboo, what I want you to do is, I want you to lie in bed, think about your favourite superhero, and what would he or she do in the day that would be different to you, and would they enjoy your day? Would Superman enjoy your day? Would Iron Man enjoy your day? And if not, why not? Alright, so we'll see you next Sunday or Monday, depending on when you're watching this. Don't forget, more subscriptions, more shares, everything else, all good. Thank you so much. You're all awesome, and as always, stay awesome.